right, for pitch number 9, give it up for Let's Order It!
Hi everyone. Together with my colleagues, we took this weekend to solve a problem. We work for the same company, and each time around a certain time in the day we have a problem, as it's called. We have a problem with ordering takeout food. It's always a hell. It has a lot of problems. First of all, the first problem we have with ordering food together as a group is it takes a lot of time. For example, we just did a case study. Like if you take 50 people and they maybe spend average 5 minutes to pick what they want, to get the money and pay the person. They do it, for example, 5 times a day. How much time would this take together? And it's 20 hours a week that one person on 50 people have to spend on ordering food. But this takes 6 months on a year basis for one person, 6 months ordering stuff. So it was kind of a surprise, and then we thought about how we're going to solve this. And time was one of the problems. So, but another problem was also chaotic communication. Like there is no one channel to communicate. I mean, there are people using text SMS. Some people use instant messaging. We have different ways of communicating, and it's always a little bit of a mess. If you want to order something, you're screwed. But you have to order something because, yeah, if you don't order it together, they don't deliver, and etc. So it's a little bit of a hassle. And the last thing is money management. I mean, not everybody has always cash with them. Some want to pay via wired transaction, etc. So it's a little bit of a mess. So we had a problem, and we started thinking about the problem, and it's something we do in group. And we came up with an idea based on another proven concept. And this one is Doodle. Doodle is really good at one thing, and it's about picking a date in a group. That's it. And we want to do the same for ordering stuff in group. And not only ordering food, but also ordering t-shirts, clothes, whatever you want. We want to make it easy to have one platform where you can create an easy order to order everything. We came up with our startup idea. It's Let's Order It, and it's about taking the hassle out of ordering in group with friends. What's our solution about? It has 3 parts. First of all, we have the one-time order, which is similar than you go to Doodle and go make one date request. The second thing is we have recurring ones. For example, if you're in a group and we want to do it multiple times a week, you can have a group, you can manage orders, manage users, you can have plugins like money management, it can grow. And the last thing is, of course, vendors, people who want to sell stuff. But this is something we have to look forward to. For our proof of concept, we built the yellow part, and normally, if everything goes well, my colleague will now present it.
Right. So before this, I've actually a homepage, but for the sake of saving a bit of time, I actually pre-filled this in. So we're ordering lunch, a title, description, a link which has some general information for the place where we're actually ordering it. We can actually choose like a date and a timestamp as well. I fill in my name and my email address. So basically click continue. There are a couple of settings here. Notify me when the order is closed, auto email me the order, create a group based on this order and all that. And as last part, you can basically you've got 2 options. Basically, first option is auto invite, which allows service, Let's Order It, to actually send the email for you to all of the people. And the second one is you actually want to send the email yourself. Now, I managed to find a couple of email addresses here, and I just actually created an order. Those people should now be getting an email, and they're actually able to order something as we speak. We're just ordering something, and let's say that this costs like €4.50. I'm about to place the order, and the order, we're having some network issues. Oh, we're good. It's actually been ordered right now. Now, as an admin, you're actually able to select if someone actually paid this or not. You can even close the order. As a user, you don't actually see these things. Oh, hold on, sorry. This is the email that we just got. I just sent you an email. Other people should be getting this one as well.
So that was for the demo. I'm going to quickly, because I don't have that.
You actually did run out of time.
Quickly click through your slides, then they can see them.
All right, jury. I'm very curious. How do you order your food?
Hey, yeah, a lot of work going over here. Where do you see your customer base? Do you have a validation?
This is more of like something we do out of passion. And we started to take this idea to startup weekend to see if we can make a viable business of it. But for us, we work in the same company, we have an innovation funnel inside that company, and this is one of the ideas. And we didn't work on it yet, just the idea, and we took the opportunity of Startup Weekend to work on it and get necessary feedback and learn from it. And this tool, customer base, this is more of our experience, and also we have a lot of colleagues who've worked in different companies, and they always have the same problem. And we notice that a lot of companies have their own solutions, which are good for them, but then they're also limited, and we want to create a general platform which is independent from everything, but we can hook up everything together to it. So we're not trying to build a new thuisbezorgd.nl, for example. We're not trying to build that, but we're trying to build something that manages orders, and that's our core principle, and we can grow from that. So.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And you mentioned also that you're going to use this for ordering t-shirts, ordering solar panels.
Yeah, it's open. We started with the food because it's easy to understand, because it's a principle or frustration we had. But we can use it for different kinds of ordering. For example, if you have a soccer team and they want to order some t-shirts, you can maybe build in a feature that you can choose a t-shirt and t-shirt size, and you can just email the parents and they can select them, and you can order everything digitally. And yeah, it's easy, and I know from my personal experience in my private life, I know a lot of parents and aunts and uncles using Doodle, and they start sending it out. It's really easy, and they get the point of it.
And how are you going to make money?
The money can be via the transactions if we have the vendors on it. We can have a small transaction fee on it, and that's the way, because the cost of having this is not very expensive. It's only a server and a domain. I mean, it's really not a lot, and we also already fund it via our company, so we don't have to worry about it.
Okay, but I can imagine you can leverage the purchase power of groups of 50 or 200,
yeah.
And you can do something like that.
Yeah. Basically, what you just missed, like the next slide, was the groups. As a user, you can basically sign up for free. The vendors can sign up for free as well, and basically, it's exposure for both of them, ease of use for the user, exposure for the brand. And we actually just get a little percentage of the transaction fee. That's about it.
Next question.
Yeah, well, great idea, great presentation. Maybe for Sinterklaas, it's also interesting to look
Exactly.
at the loodjestrekken functionality.
Sound possible.
Yeah, thanks. Just a quick question. So just think about the logistics of how this moves forward. From the vendor's perspective, when a group places an order, do they see an order coming in from Let's Order It or from all the different individuals?
The thing is that we want to hook up to existing vendors, and like for example we have a sandwich bar who accepts, for example, orders via email. So we can build in a feature that auto sends the order when the deadline is passed and puts you in CC, so you don't have to do actually anything. So we're trying to see how we can work with existing vendors, and also for businesses who don't have the money for a big e-commerce website, just have a way to easily order. That's it. So.
I was also thinking about if you don't exactly know who to order with yet, yeah? So you could maybe also build that further to kind of an auction under possible suppliers to give you the best price.
Yeah, we didn't mention that, but that was actually an idea as well.
The thing is, we can go a lot of different directions with this, but we want to start with lunches and see how that grows, and we can quickly change. I mean, we have a basics which works for different scenarios. So,
Nick, last question.
Yes, and do you know if there are any competitors that really focus on this space?
We did some research. We have some in the US-based brands and food chains who have their own system, but it's locked to theirs. So we want to have something that's independent. You don't need to live somewhere. You can use it on its own, and you can, for example, just paste the URL and then the link to the menu, and you can use it on their own. So we don't want to limit it to something.
At some point, I actually tried to look for competitors. I found one. It didn't really work that well. The user experience was just bad. And by the second time I tried to look it up, I couldn't even find it on Google. So, I mean, it's just bad.
All right, thank you. Give it up for